My name is Andre, and this is my wife Crystal, and we live in Sunnyhills, Auckland. And we got Rob to do the work for us, which is a total renovation, which included removing the roof, extending a bit in the bathroom, and interior, just about a rebuild.
We'd been through something similar before, and we had quotes from other people. We also had certain requirements that we wanted to do. For example, we wanted to stay in the house through the whole renovation, and Rob just went along with everything and was very happy to accommodate us in all the steps that we wanted to undertake. Prior to the build, we thought it would be very difficult. We'd been through something similar in the past, and it was a case that we continuously had to run after the builder, look for somebody to do work. With Rob, it just flowed. We had no concerns, we left everything to him, and he just took it step by step.
Fortunately, I am in the construction business, so I knew what we were up for. I was expecting a rough ride. I knew it was going to be difficult. I knew we would be living in a construction site for months. Rob always assisted us through that process, so we weren't at any time highly stressed. I think in the industry we always underestimate the time. Yeah, no, Rob just was brilliant all the way through the process. Helped us because we were living in the house during the renovations, and that was one of the criteria that we needed, and very few people wanted to assist us in that. And Rob was the only person that came up with a plan. With all building work, yes. We found things that shouldn't have been there, and we found things that were missing. When Rob lifted the roof, we found myriads of mistakes that the previous builder had made, and Rob had to work through all of those. So obviously that was one of the places we blew out financially, but Rob was diligent. He worked through everything, every mistake he found, he fixed, so that when council came, there was never a problem. And that's another thing that was a dream, because I've heard of so many nightmare stories where builders have finished the work, council's come, told them to redo it. Not once did that happen with Rob. Quality. Rob really spent time in getting things right. If it wasn't right, he came back and he redid it. We didn't have to come and complain. He did it out of his own. And I think the best working with Goodhand builders is the fact that through all renovations you always know you're going to run out of money at some stage, and we were invoiced bi-weekly, so we knew exactly where we stood financially, when we could pull the plug and say enough, we can't afford anymore, or can you do a little bit more here or something like that.
The absolute trust of going to work every day and knowing that I could just not worry about anything, come home and everything was cared for. Actually, Rob became one of our family through all of this, and we quite missed him when everything was over. And Rob, I have to say, is a builder that absolutely cleans up every day after he leaves. The place was spick and span. And if he left before I came home from work, I knew that everything would be locked up. There just was no, it was like just another family member in the house.
I wouldn't say how we would recommend. We have already. I've already told 3 or 4 people that they should get a hold of Rob. I've got no problems recommending Goodhand builders. They are brilliant, definitely brilliant.